Hey everyone, it's me, Cheryl Couture, and I'm glad that I have your attention now. If you want to know how to make at least $10,000 in a month, it's a very, very simple formula. So what I have came to realize over the years of being an entrepreneur is that once you have your numbers aligned of what you really want to make, then your goal is to shoot after that number. Now, someone asked me earlier in my comment section, how many products do you need to make $10,000 a month at a minimum? And you honestly only need one product. The thing is that your overhead for that product have to be way less than any amount you expect to pay. So if you have a product you're selling, say for $30 a month or whatever, that means you have to actually bring in, your profit has to be $27 a month. So the item that you buy has to be about $3, which is kind of, you can do it. But the profit you want to bring in is $27 a month. You want to have at least 13 sales a day and bring in over $300 sales, which will put you at the $10,000 mark. But if you don't have a product, because a lot of people, that's one thing I do find out, they don't have a product. Like, I have products. I have face oil, I have hair oil, I have actual hair bundles, I have books, I have classes, I have more than one source of income and more than one way to bring in $10,000 a month at a minimum. But if you don't, it's very, very, very easy. Sit back and think about what you do. What do you enjoy to do? I'm going to use makeup as an example. I don't wear makeup. I'm not, I don't wear makeup. I like it, but I just don't know how to do it. And I don't have time to keep finding somebody to do my makeup and, all that stuff. So I just don't wear it. But if you do makeup, and I know majority of the time you record yourself doing your own makeup and or you record yourself doing other people's makeup. So you should turn that into a course or into a bundle of teaching other people how to do the same thing. So say you have 4 videos. One is for contouring, one is for highlight, one is for applying lashes, and one is for a natural beat or a glam or whatever. You put those 4 videos into a bundle and you begin to market it for, say the minimum is like $27, or you could do a markup and say, hey, I have this 4 video course for sale for $49, but the first 100 people get $20 off or $22 off, or whatever the situation is to bring the $27. Now all you have to do, your goal is to go ahead and sell at least 13 of those courses per day at the minimum of $27. If you can sell it for $49, sell it for $49. What I'm telling you right now, there is no trick to this. This is just simple math, And once you do that, I'm getting texts and everything from everywhere. So once you do that, you'll make your $10,000. But guess what? It costs you absolutely nothing, because you have the videos from your phone. You download an app, which is most of the time is free, a video app. You put it together. You do your voiceover. Everything is right here. You package it up, and then you add a link, you get PayPal or whatever, Cash App, whatever, and you make a link to this. You can go on Linktree. You can do a free website on Wix, anything like that. So I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. So anything like that. So you have absolutely no overhead. So, sorry, y'all. So most people want to know, what do I need in order to make sure that my product is viable, make sure my product is sellable. This is the only thing you have to keep in mind when you're doing a product for your brand is, do it solve a need? Does it meet a need? In that realm. Anytime you're into, anytime you have a brand and you go into problem solving, your brand or your product must fit a need. It has to do something with solving a need, because if not, then nobody's going to want it. Nobody really wants to spend money on something if it's not going to help them or benefit them. And that's some of the problems people come into, because your product is not fitting a need. So what you do, for example, since I'm getting distracted by this phone, let's talk about cell phones. How did it even get here? When I was growing up, not to tell my age, but when I was growing up, we had a rotary phone. A rotary phone, some of y'all gonna have to Google, but it's when you put your finger in and you turn it like this and it go back. It's like a little French phone. You pick it up. It's a rotary phone. You know, it rotates. The dial rotates. It went from being a rotary phone to a phone that you can actually punch numbers in. Okay, because it's a little bit easier. Just boop 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 instead of doing all that. You just punch the numbers in. But now you punch the numbers in and you try to walk off. You can't, because guess what? The phone is attached to the wall. So now it goes from being a rotary phone to a punch dial phone, but it's still attached to the wall. So now you make a cordless phone. Now you have your cordless phone, which is cool, but guess what? I'm still stuck in the house, and if I want to go to the store or something like that, I can't. So it went from a cordless phone to a car phone. So now you can drive in your car. My dad had a Mercedes, and we driving in the car, and we could call people on the phone in the car. Hey, you know, oh my gosh, we could leave the house and use the phone. It was so amazing. And now, guess what? I can only use the phone when I'm in the car. We get spoiled. I can only use the phone when I'm in the car. So now they come out with these brick phones, which is the first like cell phone. It was like this big. It looked like a real brick, and you just sit and you have this thick antenna, this thick rubber antenna. And they used to have it in a briefcase, believe it or not. But you see, the evolution is it's fitting the need. I don't want to sit in the car. I don't want to sit in the house. I don't want to rotate the phone or whatever. So at the end of the day, it started fitting the need. Now we're to hear little computers in our hand, because this is basically what a cell phone is now. So every time you fit a need, you're going to end up making money. So even though you're doing your makeup classes or your makeup tutorial and you're bundling it and you're selling it, you still have to have a little edge over what somebody else is doing. Because if somebody else is just doing makeup tutorials on Facebook for free, why should I spend $49 or $27 buying yours? So what are you offering me? So guess what? So if they do this, you see what I'm saying? So if they purchase your makeup tutorial or your makeup bundle, then you have to offer something with it, regardless if it's a one-on-one class or like I said, a certain amount of dollars off, or if you're going to do a live class or a tour, if they purchase your bundle, they get a certain amount off the ticket price, or it could come with a free product. Say if you have your own lip gloss or something that's cost effective that you go ahead and send out for free, you can do that too. So it's all about just strategizing, planning, and meeting that need, because once you meet the need, you're going to make the money. So it's easy, like I said. So I know I kind of went everywhere with this because y'all know I got ADHD, whatever, and what you have to do is just sit down, think about your product, what it's worth, divide that by 30 days to see how many sales you have to get in order to get to your $10,000. I hope I made sense. If not, just look at the little graph that I put on my Instagram on, hopefully you can see it, how to make 10K in 30 days, and it gives you all the numbers right here on what you can sell it for, how many sales you have to make, and how much, you know, money you'll make doing this equation. So it's not hard. You just got to get creative and think out of the box. Think outside the box. All right.